Well, the Vols played their last preseason game on Saturday, a 59-3 win, despite the fact that UConn got out there on the field and flexed their muscle before the game, stuck their chest out, held their shoulders back, and act like they were going to give the Vols a test. It didn't happen. Tennessee, another win, moving up in the polls, and now the real season begins over the next couple of weeks. Road trips to Missouri, and then here comes Georgia. It's the Volunteer Club Locker Room, powered by Spyre Sports. Let's dance. This is the Player Show. And no, before you ask, I'm not dancing. I was just saying that he was dancing, so I thought it was a lot to dance about.
Thought you were going to see some rhythm today from Packer.
I won't see it from me or you.
Tennessee did what they were supposed to do on Saturday. What was that UConn did before the game out there on the field and acting like they were a big deal?
Well, when Tennessee is on the ball walk, they do have the entire field.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're defending them. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm just I know exactly what happened because this happened to us
multiple times.
Cal game 2006 when we came on the field after our ball walk and we told them to get off the football field and they had some things to say, and that's why they got beat down the way they got beat down that day. This is exactly what happened on Saturday. UConn had the entire field. Tennessee finishes the ball walk. They enter the field, and guys were in the way. And we told them to get out of the way, and they had some things to say.
Did you say it nicely, Chris? Chris,
Me?
would you
No.
say?
I didn't say it nicely.
I know Jason didn't. I think you might have.
In reference to what Jason's talking about, this is 2006. We're coming off of a not-so-good season 05, first game back playing Cal here. We come in after doing the Vol walk, and we have Cal kind of circling the T. Turk McBride, senior on that team, Jason, some other guys. We basically prayed for him. And
but wasn't Cal favored that game?
Yeah.
I think they were favored.
But that's what happened Saturday. That's
okay.
The pregame stuff.
Get that out of the way. So Tennessee did what they were supposed to do. We'll kind of pop up the takeaways from the game. The only thing that I think you can really look at and say is you'd like to cut down the penalties a little bit.
Yeah, you never like to have that many
I'm trying to
penalties.
find
He's picking something out.
Come on, work
He's
with me.
He's picking something out.
Work
11
with
penalties,
me.
90 yards. I agree. Who cares? But listen, at the end of the day, we came out, we ran the ball. We've talked about this in the past. When we run the ball, we can win games. Swain's just like, who cares? Let's flush this down the drain and just move on.
No, honestly, Tennessee is the most penalized team in the SEC. It is a pretty big deal. Okay. You can't allow that to happen on the road in Missouri, at home versus Georgia. We saw that be an issue last time Tennessee was at home, on the road and lost at Alabama. You can't have mistakes like that, but against UConn, it really just didn't matter.
So the young guys got in. Anybody show you anything? I heard you the other day. I know you guys were saying the same thing. Nobody makes their name off of a 59-3 win. No guy says, "Oh, look back and man, that's how I got where I got."
Yeah.
But
it's funny, Mark, because everyone wanted to see Nico. And was trying to say, well, I mean, Nico has to get the experience if he's going to be the guy next year.
What experience are you getting in that game?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't need yesterday's experience to be a great quarterback next year. He doesn't need it at all. He's going to be a good quarterback regardless because he's good. But I'll tell you the guy who impressed me was Rickey Gibson.
Who will be in studio tonight.
Because I think with Kamal Hadden being out, with the players you're going to play up against this week in Missouri, it's very important to have another guy at DB that maybe you can trust.
Yeah, having more people in the defensive backfield is always good. And I think a lot about playing defense is having confidence, especially in the backfield, right? So it's the next play, next man mentality. When you're playing a team like UConn, you're able to go out there and truly work on your technique, work on different things, no matter who you're going against. So in the upcoming weeks, you're prepared and you've gotten some playing time to know what's happening.
Chris, Tennessee and Missouri will play 3:30 game. Actually, Tennessee will play 3:30 the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
And Swain's over there pumping his fist because I guess that's convenient for Swain, which is why they made the decision. But the next 2 weeks will be 3:30 games. Is it more of an advantage to be Tennessee playing a cream puff, winning like you did, or Missouri having a tough game? Is it a dumb question?
No, not really. I think it's good for us. I mean, we're confident going into this game.
Okay.
I think that's huge, right?
Okay.
I think Missouri coming off of that game, they were super high going into Georgia, played well in the first half, and then kind of in the second half, you saw Georgia kind of insert its dominance on defense, kind of put some pressure on the quarterback to where he created turnovers. And I look for our guys and our coaches this week to really watch that film and kind of do some of the same things that Georgia did to Missouri.
Well, you know this, Chris, because you played in the trenches almost every play during your days. When you play against an Alabama, when you play against a Georgia physical football team, it affects you the next game.
Okay. Yes.
And the record for teams that played Alabama in the last 10, 15 years versus Saban, it's not that good. Tennessee was able to win against Kentucky, but now Mizzou, coming off the Georgia game, they're going to be physically beat up.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity for Tennessee.
Tennessee continues to run the ball awfully well, and it's almost the strength of which is it's almost a surprise, is it not, that they're running the ball the way or are you not surprised at all? Because you think of this offense as a passing offense, but it's really not.
They've been balanced in Heupel's first 2 years. This year, the passing game hasn't been as good as the running game for the first time since Heupel's been here.
Okay.
The running game is the best in the SEC. That's the only difference, I think, between the first 2 years and this year. The passing game hasn't been with the running game. But, yeah, the running game is potent.
The running game is phenomenal. There's no drop-off. No matter who you put in the game, from Samson to any of those guys, there's no drop-off. So look for that to be huge this week coming up. When we run the football, we're successful. So our offensive line really takes pride in that. And if you look at the last 2 years versus Missouri, Coach Heupel's put up 60-plus points each time, and Missouri's only scored 24. So I think this is a personal game for Coach Heupel.
They're going to be ready.
They're definitely going to be ready. They're going to be ready.
They're going to be ready. We've got a couple of young bucks in studio tonight, a couple of defensive backs who got in there and contributed this weekend and will contribute a lot in the future. We'll visit with them when we come back. Also, the QR code, the opportunity for you to be a member of the Volunteer Club and have access to the tailgates and all the behind-the-scenes events that Spyre Sports and the Vol Club have. Just scan the QR code right there and become a member. All kinds of levels of membership for you. We'll be right back on the Volunteer Club Locker Room, powered by Spyre Sports.
The Volunteer Club Locker Room is brought to you by the Volunteer Club. Real Vol fans are members of the Volunteer Club. Food City, Exterior Home Solutions, Lincoln Memorial University, Glass Doctor, and Garza Law.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop,
where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher
is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Abraham Lincoln knew the power of an open door. He invited the public into the White House throughout his presidency because he understood open doors lead to new possibilities, new opportunities, and new discoveries. At LMU, our mission is to open doors for every student who comes here, so they can become everything they're meant to be. Come discover how we can open doors for you.
You know, life happens, and damage to your home can be extremely stressful. That's why it's important to find someone who offers efficient, quality work with financing options. Exterior Home Solutions, they value not only family, but community. And they're who I call when life happens, and you should too.
Reach for the power with Dynabody Fitness. New Dynabody equipment is manufactured right here in Tennessee and shipped all over the country. Custom built, rugged, and guaranteed for life. Visit Dynabody.com and experience the difference.
I'm Coach Josh Heupel with Tyler and Will from the Sports Animal.
For UT Info in the afternoon, no one does it like 99.1. From Josh and Swain through Tyler and Will, you're blanketed in orange.
No one covers the Vols like 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Your roof, it's the most important protection against nature for your home or your business. That's why I trust the experts at Exterior Home Solutions.
Okay, the Garza Law Firm Play of the Week. I believe this is like the 7th time we've shown this play already on this show, but it was the game winner.
We are never, ever going to be mad about showing a touchdown. Listen, that guy has been special this year, leading the SEC, doing these things and running the football. He's been a very special player for us.
Always had the speed, but he put on the weight, was dedicated to the weight room. That's why he's complete back right now for Tennessee.
The game winner, literally like 2 minutes into the game. Let's shift our focus to the defense now. We talked about we've got 2 young bucks in studio coming up in just a few minutes. And as Tennessee continues to increase those numbers in the secondary, these two guys are key to that.
Yeah, I mean, defensively we play well. To have 3 defensive turnovers, 2 pick-6, I think, and a strip sack for a fumble. You called it last week. That was one of your key takeaways to the game, was to come out and play well, create some turnovers, get your hands on the ball. And I think we saw our DBs do that, and we saw our defensive line get pressure to make the quarterback kind of step up and throw the ball quick and be able to make those plays. And it's good to see DBs catching the ball and taking them to the house.
If Tennessee's going to finish the season undefeated, the secondary is going to have to play well.
From here, you're saying?
Absolutely, moving forward, because what Kentucky did was show everyone else that if you hold up the pass rush, you got a chance if you have some receivers on the outside.
Yeah.
Mizzou has some really good receivers. Georgia has some really good receivers, too. So maybe young guys getting in there will be key for Tennessee.
What scares you about Missouri?
They have the second leading rusher in Schrader. They have a quarterback that's mobile, who did a really good job in the first half versus Tennessee last year. And they have a receiver group that's pretty dang good. Luther Burton
he's
is arguably the best receiver in the country. He's not the best receiver in the country, but you can argue it. But he's a top 5 guy. And they have a really good coach that those players buy into their schemes. I mean, they're a good football team.
I think defensively they try to get after you, right? I mean, you saw in that first half against Georgia, I mean, they're getting after people. They hung with them.
Yeah.
Obviously, the LSU game for them didn't go the way, but they've only lost 2 games. I mean, we need to be ready to play because it's a home game for them. They're going to show up, and I think their coach will get them motivated, and they'll be ready to play.
So I don't want to look ahead, but here we go. Georgia's won, 26 games in a row and all.
Hey, Missouri is not UConn.
I understand that, but I'm just asking it for the TV show here. Do we feel like that the facts that teams like South Carolina was up 14-3 at the half, Vanderbilt was within, 10-14 in the second half as they're going towards the fourth quarter. Missouri's right there with them. These teams aren't juggernauts. Missouri's good, but you know what I'm saying? Is parity of that alive and well, or is Georgia just not what Georgia's been?
Well, I think parity is not only alive and well in the SEC, but in the entire country.
Portal NIL.
And then you lose Brock Bowers. So, I mean, he's the best player, best tight end in the country.
Sure.
Georgia's best player. So, yeah, I mean, you have a chance if you play clean.
Playing clean, when you play against Georgia, you have to. So you can't have any mistakes. You can't have turnovers. You can't have penalties. And I think that's what we're trying to build towards. But this week is going to be important. We need to go there. We need to play well on the road. And then you get to come back home and show out and kind of do what you need to do.
I'm also going to go somewhere else where I'm not supposed to. This is like that baseball game for Tennessee against Tennessee Tech at Smokies Park where I was calling it, and I get to
wooden
this.
Bats?
There's the wooden bat game. I got to the 6th inning. Tennessee Tech didn't have a hit. I looked up and said, when are you supposed to mention that there's a 0? On the hit column. And then the next dude hits a 2-run homer and Tennessee loses, and I'm,
It's your fault.
Definitely your fault.
I'm an idiot. But here goes, okay? If Tennessee beats Missouri and Georgia, and Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss knock off Georgia,
we're in.
Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta where the players play.
I looked ahead again. That's twice in this show.
That's all right.
And you can do that. You don't have to play.
Yeah, you're feeling good about it.
You can look at all you want to.
We'll be all right.
Hey,
go for it.
Listen, when we come back, we've got a couple of young defensive backs going to join Jason over in the Food City Player Perspective. We'll do that when we come back on the Volunteer Club Locker Room, powered by Spyre Sports. This is the Player Show.
The Volunteer Club Locker Room is brought to you by Ted Russell Ford, KOC, the official orthopedic partner of University of Tennessee Athletics, Better Mattress, Commercial Bank, Pilot, and KnoxvilleSmiles.com.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop.
Where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher
Is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Abraham Lincoln knew the power of an open door. He invited the public into the White House throughout his presidency because he understood open doors lead to new possibilities, new opportunities, and new discoveries. At LMU, our mission is to open doors for every student who comes here, so they can become everything they're meant to be. Come discover how we can open doors for you.
You know, life happens, and damage to your home can be extremely stressful. That's why it's important to find someone who offers efficient, quality work with financing options. Exterior Home Solutions, they value not only family, but community. And they're who I call when life happens. You should too.
Reach for the power with Dynabody Fitness. New Dynabody equipment is manufactured right here in Tennessee and shipped all over the country. Custom built, rugged, and guaranteed for life. Visit Dynabody.com and experience the difference.
I'm Coach Josh Heupel with Tyler and Will from the Sports Animal.
For UT info in the afternoon, no one does it like 99.1. From Josh and Swain through Tyler and Will, you're blanketed in orange.
No one covers the Vols like 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Your roof, it's the most important protection against nature for your home or your business. That's why I trust the experts at Exterior Home Solutions.
Time now for the Food City Player Perspective. All kinds of ways that you turn a program into a national championship contending program over time. Depth in the defensive backfield is one of those ways.
Yeah, it's very huge to have depth in the backfield, and I think these two guys that we have. We're going to toss it over to Jason with the Food City Player Perspective.
Yeah, here with John Slaughter, Rickey Gibson, two very talented DBs. Guys, coming in, you guys were early enrollees. How big was that for you to get here early, get ahead in your academics, and also get ahead on your football stuff?
I say it was important because, you know, you're getting in, learning the plays a lot more, and you got a chance to catch up with them older guys. You know, like, of course, we got older safeties, older DBs. It'll get us time to, you know, just get caught up and just get more experience before the season or beforehand, before we actually get on the field. So,
Ricky, you?
I say the same thing with John. Hit it on the plays, get in there, getting reps with the older guys, seeing how they learn, them pointing to you as well. I feel like that's just like, it's just like a little boost to keep you going through the season and stuff like that. And that's about it for him.
I know in high school you guys probably locked down, scoring touchdowns on offense, locking down people on defense, getting interceptions, special teams. But what's been the biggest adjustment for you guys coming into Tennessee in your freshman year?
I hit back on the same thing. Like learning plays, you know, because, I mean, practice, it can be, you know, easy, you know, just going over the basic formations. But in the game, you got teams like Georgia and, you know, other teams that run this fast, like a fast offense as well, just like our offense. So it'll be just like the motions and the shifts. You know, it'll be cover one, but you'll have this man right here, but he go all the way around. You might not, you know, follow him. So you'll just have to know just like formations and just like more studying on the offensive line, quarterback, just tendencies of the players, I'd say.
Can you say that again?
Yeah, what's been the biggest adjustment for you from high school to college?
I was just saying the biggest adjustment in high school, coming out of high school, I was that guy. Everybody knew me, everybody, you know. It's just different now. Now trying to find my role, I'm not, you know, I'm not always that lockdown guy. I mean, I still am that lockdown guy, don't get me wrong. But like, it's just me like trying to find like simple keys and stuff like that. Simple keys on the receiver, stuff I didn't see in high school, trying to get formations and stuff like that in high school. That's about it.
Well, I'll start with you on this one, Ricky, because you play corner. You got to be able to play off. You got to be able to play press up. You got to play man. You got to play zone. Where do you feel the most comfortable? Pressing up, off, man, zone. What does Ricky feel good?
Ricky feel good, press man. Press man all the time. I believe in my speed. I feel like nobody can run by me. As long as I get my hand on somebody, it's going to be a hard matchup.
Yeah, I saw you take the UConn receiver to the water cooler on the sideline, man. He couldn't even run around.
Hey, he get vicious over there. Yeah, I got to say, he get vicious.
Hey, Slaughter, man, playing safety, who have you kind of watched in your freshman year, learn from, maybe pick up some things that maybe might be helpful for you, so when it's your turn, you're able to go out there and make plays and be ready?
I say Tamarian McDonald to start off. I say him just because coming in as a recruit, he was my host, you know. We just always had that close connection. And I also say Wesley Walker, Jalen McCullough, Tank. Really all the older guys, because like every week you see new things for real. Like it'll be just like scanning the team. I say Wes, what he does best is just like knowing tendencies. Like if the tackle is in the three-point stance, they're running the ball. If he's up high, he's throwing the ball. So I just say really those three guys for real that like just has way more experience than everybody else in the DB room. So yeah, those three.
What's been the coolest thing about being an SEC football player? I know you guys get the free gear, you get the Nike, get VIP treatment. But what's been like the coolest thing so far for you guys that you've really noticed being an SEC football player?
The image you have to uphold, because I feel like we just can't move around as like normal people. I mean, even if we're having bad days or something like that, we still have to keep that smile and keep others going. I say yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah.
I'll just say the craziest thing I'll be saying is the fans, because like man, I've been to other schools, Big Ten stuff like that. The fans, it's just crazy. Every game packed out. Every game they traveling. Every game you're gonna hear that Rocky Top. So that's the craziest thing about being an SC player.
Missouri this weekend, another away game. I mean, the travel it's a lot. Getting on that plane, getting on the bus. It's just a different vibe than playing home. Have you guys been able to adjust to that travel and playing away games pretty well?
I say I'm still getting into it for real, because I mean it's that plane ride that gets me a little bit. I think it'll change my whole routine of like waking up at the home hotel. It's like, yeah, I've been here, had to get a little bus ride over to the hotel, not just sitting in one spot as much. But I feel like it definitely has an effect on your body. I don't know if it's just me because it's my first time, but I feel like it's having an effect on me right now. But I'm still getting into finding my routine. So
I don't think I have my routine down. I think it's just important with sleep. You can't really oversleep. You can't be messing around for real. As soon as you lose that sleep, you kind of like lose your energy and stuff like that. So I'll just say probably go over the playbooks and stuff like that. Once I get over the playbook, I put my phone on mute, turn it off.
Quickly, favorite play from Saturday? I mean, 59 points, 3 touchdowns on defense. What were you guys' favorite play out there on Saturday?
I'd say my favorite play was this one punt return I had. we were supposed to called it. It was a right return to the field, so we had to block the guy and we had to control the outside, basically just keep him inside. And we got in a little fight or whatever, slammed each other or whatever. But I feel like I like stuff like that because, just keep me going.
Oh, you do like this stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
You're safety.
Yeah. I got to get into it. So, yeah, I feel like that was my favorite play for real.
I'll say my favorite play would be when Tank scored and when Bees scored, Aaron. Because them guys, man, they always so uplifting. I just love to see them do good. That would be my favorite.
Man, awesome, man. We're excited about these two guys, their future. Are really, really talented players in the secondary. They'll be playmakers for Tennessee for years to come.
Mark, it's always good to see young guys coming in and kind of sharing their experience and kind of showing what they like about being here and also getting that playing experience on the field.
Yeah, and hear the excitement. We'll talk about our keys to the Missouri game when we come back in the Volunteer Club locker room.
The Volunteer Club locker room is brought to you by the Volunteer Club. Real Vol fans are members of the Volunteer Club. Matlock Tire, Gray Hodges, Humana, D1 Training, and Aqua Clear Water Systems.
At Glass Doctor, our trained specialists are experts at fixing foggy and cracked glass.
Looks great.
You're all set. What we can't fix is your view.
Call the Glass Doctor, will fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
I'm Dr. Mike Costa, Malone & Costa Dentistry. You can find us at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. I'm standing here in front of a dental robot. We're one of 2 dentists in the state of Tennessee that utilize this cutting-edge technology. Do you have a broken tooth, a tooth that's in pain, or a denture that doesn't fit well? Maybe you're a little anxious? You can come in and we offer comprehensive sedation services and utilize this awesome technology to give you precise, accurate care. If you think this technology can help you, visit our website at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. I look forward to helping you.
Knoxville is my home. I was born and raised here, and I was blessed to raise my family here. This community is one that I'm proud to live in and serve every day. At Ted Russell Ford for over 50 years, we've been Knoxville's hometown dealer. Helping our friends and neighbors own their first car or their dream car or truck has been our absolute pleasure. At Ted Russell Ford Lincoln, we will continue to serve our community because East Tennessee, you've always supported us. Thank you.
Visit us at one of our 2 locations on Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike, or online at tedrussellford.net.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank, life made better.
I was the star around here, and so Glass Doctor installed this perfect shower enclosure. Now they look at me like, well, there you go.
Call the Glass Doctor, will fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tennessee, we go inside the orange, sponsored by Humana. Who was the player of the game? Well, we're going to go with Nico, just so we have a chance. He got in there, played well, 5 of 8 through the air. Had the nice 25-yard run, and it was nice to kind of see the future of Tennessee football.
I like the little fake up, back, hitting the tight end over. That was a really smooth play. I mean, he looked good in there. He looked comfortable. Got in there, ran the ball, got hit a couple times, got to be able to just get in there and do his thing.
Yeah, it was the fake draw. Fake
nice.
Quarterback draw, yeah, man. Nico looked good, running around, but Mark, he had 86 yards.
Dude, listen, it was our first chance. I can't go with the same guy. I can't go with Jalen Wright every game.
Joe had 254, 2 touchdowns.
I can't go with Joe Milton every game. I got to mix it up a little bit. I got to be fair here.
Participation trophy?
Okay, here we go. 1 minute left. Keys to a very important Tennessee-Missouri game. Chris, let's start with you. I've lost control of the show.
Whoever thought you get participation trophies on the show? Listen, we need to protect Joe Milton so he can go out there and play well. We've seen these last couple weeks.
He'll be the player of the week next week.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully he will be. Yeah. Protect him, let him play well. He needs to run the football as well. Defensively, we need to create that pressure to create turnovers. You saw kind of what happened when we created turnovers this past week. And on the road, a lot of stuff is about making a statement. We need to make a statement and run the football.
I think the pass rush is very, very important for Tennessee. I think touchdowns in the red zone, huge. Can't settle for field goals, got to score touchdowns. And then special teams, I think Tennessee has an advantage here in this one against Missouri. D. Williams certainly is a weapon.
Control the line of scrimmage. Both sides of the football. Tennessee can come back, and then we can welcome number 1 or number 2, or whatever you want to call them, Georgia, the next week. We'll see you next week right here on The Locker Room.